everybody, are you ready to go to a dungeon? Me too. Let's get out of Clocktown. Alright, now, you're looking for the south exit, and that'll lead you right to it. Now, first things first, we need to go and open up... Get that thing out of there. Get out of my face. Through this hollow log, and you have to check out the picture that was drawn on the tree stump here. Or this dead tree, rather. And yet another cinematic sequence awaits you. This is a drawing that the Skull Kid did after he met Tattle and Tail, the two fairies. Oh my god, two fairies? That's my dream come true. Not those kind of fairies, fabulous. I'm talking about these fairies. Oh, fine. You do your little silly little commentaries and I'll be over here. Yeah, looking at porno magazines. But anyway, on to the cinematic storyline of how Tattle and Tail met Skull Kid. On a rainy afternoon in Termina Field, there were two fairies. Yeah, Adam and Steve. No, Tattle and Tail. And in order to get out of the rain, they huddled together in a hollow log, and where they hit upon the Skull Kid. Look at him, he's like shivering and clutching himself, and... Well, yeah, he's trying to get warm because it's cold out there. It's a dreary day. So, Tattle and Tail keep the Skull Kid warm as the rain continues on. And on. And on. Then suddenly, when the rain subsides, the sun came out and made everything dry. The Skull Kid was happy, and so were Tattle and Tail, and they became such great friends. They played hide-and-seek together. They romped through Termina Field together. They laughed, shared a few dirty jokes here and there. Until one day, the Skull Kid draws a picture of himself and the two fairies on the tree. Later for Link to find, so that we can start up this crazy little sequence. Then all of a sudden, more words. But it didn't stop him from stealing the Happy Masked Man's prized possession, Majora's Mask. Why, he picked that one out of the other ones and bypassed Elvis, no doubt. Put on Majora's Mask, and the next thing you know, he became possessed by the spirit within Majora's Mask. And thus ends the telling of the story of how Skull Kid met Tattle and Tail and how he came to get the Skull Mask, or the Majora's Mask. Now this is the swamp area. This is it. This is how you get to the swamp area. Over there, you can't go there yet because you don't have the bow and arrow. But you will get it later on. Or you don't have the slingshot. You don't get the bow and arrow until you're going to the dungeon. But while we're here, let's destroy some bats. Even though we don't have a slingshot yet, we can't really get to a lot of them. But we do have projectile weaponry. We're going to turn into Deku Link and get those bats. Alright, now. There's that one. That one flew way too fast. Hey. New target. Okay, this is going to be kind of interesting to do. Get out of here, please. Thank you. Are there any more bats that we need to get rid of? There's one, at least one around here I know that flew off before I could kill it. No, it does not work killing bubbles with blobs. Vice versa. Let's climb up this tree. So I hear that bat. We'll get this heart container. And kill the bat while we're at it. There we go. Now you want some too? There you go. And that goes for you and your mama. And your brother too. Now, since I know Termina like the back of my hand, I don't really need to buy maps from Tingle. Let's go over here. Here's the southern swamp. Welcome to it. Now, when we're done with dungeon hunting, I'm going to show you a few things about the side quests, and we'll make that a special episode, just side quests. Now, before we go further, there's somewhere along the way you will run into another save point. So remove your mask, strike it with your sword, that's the only way you can get the wings to unfurl. And now you made a new save state. Actually, by striking it with your sword, that enables you a warp point. I'll show you warp point later on, too. That happens right along the way to the swamp dungeon. I have a feeling this is going to be a two-part video, too. Let's go inside. This is where you will meet up with the man who gives you a camera, but you have to be human in order to get it. So, take off the mask. You don't have a pictograph to show him, so he gives you a pictograph camera. Blah, blah, blah. Or somebody does. Okay, so she doesn't give one to you either. So let's do the pictograph later, because I think they give it to you when you're ready to leave, and we're not ready to leave yet. Not just yet. We're going to swim in the dirty, murky swamp water over to this side here. Because we need to get to the fortress, and in order to get to the fortress, we need to head over this way. And get our first fight. Grab a Deku nut while you're at it. There's another guy there. These things will come in handy, trust me. And there's one true way to do this. Put on the Deku scrub mask, start mowing down the grass with your spins. Pick up any stray rupees that fall out. Missed one. Oh well. That's one rupee. That's okay. These pots generate rupees. You get 7 of them. Let's climb the ladder here that leads up to the old woman. This is one of the 2 Hex women. Take off the mask first. Go inside. Magic Hag. You might recognize her from Ocarina of Time. You fought her, remember? Okay, she's lost her sister. And she's looking for mushrooms too, so you don't have any. So, yeah, you notice I like to speed through the dialogues. I already know what they say. You might not, though, and that might spoil the surprise. If you want to know what they say, play the game yourself. I'm just here to show you how to get through them. Go into the Lost Woods, or the equivalent thereof. And just like in Ocarina of Time, you got the Lost Woods here, but you meet up with this monkey, and he's going to lead you to where the hag is. Not haggis, where the hag is. Now he'll lead you all around. Avoid the turtle. And follow the monkey. Making sure not to get too ahead of him, because then you'll get lost yourself. Don't call it the Lost Woods for nothing, so come around there. And around this way. Follow the blue streak he leaves behind. And there's the woman. Now, talk to her. Skull Kid got to her too. Now she's asking for an energy drink. You don't have one. So, you gotta go back the way you came, go this way. And you'll find yourself right back where you started, and that's exactly where we need to be. Let's go back up and talk to the old hag again. But first, while we're here, get around there. Let's get some more rupees. Hey, he didn't even touch water. I'm impressed. Alright, let's climb the ladder and go back to the hag. She'll give you a jar of some red energy drink. Inside we go. Talk to the hag. She'll give you a jar. You tell her that your sister is in trouble. She has a flippin' heart attack. Give the old woman a heart attack, she gives you a jar with some red stuff in it. That's the red potion. That will revitalize her sister. So now, back outside again. And, you guessed it, back through the Lost Woods. I'm going to leave those blades of grass alone while we do this, because time is of the essence here. Back into the Lost Woods we go. Talk to the monkey again. He's going to lead you once again through the Lost Woods. It's the same route, only it changes at night, so you have to really pay attention. The route changes by night, but it's the same route by day. He's going this way, and I ran into the turtle. You made me run into the turtle, you damn monkey. What is up with you? Okay, which way did it go? Where did it go? This way? I think he went this way. Yes, he did. And which way from here? This way, if I remember right? Yes, it is. See, having a good memory does help when you're venturing through the Lost Woods. Okay, now see, press start. You can't give her an item until you see that press start screen. And there you go, that gives it to her. She's gonna drink it down. Bloody alcoholic. When she's finished, she'll give you the jar back. And now you have an empty jar to put stuff in. Yay! Because it wouldn't be Legend of Zelda without an empty jar to put stuff in. So now, she flies back to the swamp area. Let's go back. Once again, now that we got a jar, you're going to listen to the monkeys now. Hey, hey, they're the monkeys. No, not those monkeys. They're going to tell you of a temple. So now that you freed the sister, she is going to be your boat ride, and that's where you get the pictograph. So follow these monkeys along, back to the swamp. Pick up another Deku Nut while we're here, might as well. Alright. Now here we are, back on track again. Swim the murky waters once again. Now you could go as Deku Link and just hop from lily pad to lily pad, but I prefer to swim because it's more precise, you won't die. There you go. Once you're back up on solid ground, run around to the bridge. Up the ladder you go. Talk to the man about taking a boat ride to the fortress area. No, he's going to ask you for a pictograph. I don't want to talk to you. I need to talk to the old hag. Remember the woman that we saved? She's in there. There's the pictograph box. It only takes one picture, and I'll show you what picture to take. First, let's take the boat ride over. Now, don't even get the camera out, because you won't need it here. Now just watch as Link takes the cruise around the swamp, so you get a good layout of everything. You can move the camera around. Look at that over there. Ooh, look at that. What's this? Oh, Link doesn't look too amused. I wonder why. He's looking around at the swamp, and if you were in an area like this, you probably, too, would not be amused. Like a little wasp nest. Alright, so this takes you through the thicket of the swamp, and look, there's a giant Octorok, and the poisoned waters of the swamp. Rupees, but you'll get those later. Okay, kill the Octorok. That grants you passageway into the poisoned swamp area. Now learn this layout because you're going to need to venture all throughout here. And in the next episode I'll show you just where you need to go. Deku Palace, here we are. Let's disembark. And the monkey beat us here. How in the hell did you do that? Okay, now welcome to the Deku Palace. So, you will need to put on your Deku mask and go as Deku Link, because they do not allow humans in this area. They will lead you in the direction of the king. Go there. But not yet. These two side rooms you can actually go, because there are prizes here. Let's pick up some rupees. Try not to be seen by the other Dekus, because if you are, then you'll have to start all over again. It's just like going around the guards in Ocarina of Time, just like it. And at night, you can see the path of their sight, which makes it a lot easier to navigate. Just don't get in their line of sight. Okay, go around here, because he might see you when he turns around. And these guys move very sporadically. There's no real set pattern to the way they move. No, put that back on. Alright, now that floating platform is in the way, so I'm thinking that he's under that platform area. Okay, quickly. Alright, now wait till that guy goes down like that. Come up and grab your heart container. Easy as that. Let's come back and pick up these rupees, and if we're caught, guess what? I'm thrown right back where I need to be. Right there. Okay. Here we are, back at the entrance. Talk to the Deku Scrubs. They will let you pass once again, but this time, instead of going straight, we're going over here. To the other side. Be sure not to get caught by the guards. This way will enable you to pick up the ability to carry beans. Now, you're going to have to follow very closely behind this guy. And hopefully that other guard will hurry up and move it so you can kind of jet around him. There you go. Once the coast is clear, go for it. Pick up the rupees while you're here. And right into this door here. Pick up that rupee. And then around this way. This way, pick up the rupee, around here, around the tree, pick up the 4 rupees, and down the hole, before anybody sees you. Good, we made it. Now this will give you the ability to carry beans. Pick up some extra rupees while we're here. Now just like in Ocarina of Time, you need to carry these beans, but they're a lot easier to come by than Ocarina of Time. Yes, we do need magic beans. He'll give you a magic bean. The rest of them are 10 rupees apiece. So we'll just pick up a few just to be on the safe side. You'll need at least 4 to get around this area, so... Or 5. I'll usually take 5. So you definitely want to make sure you have the rupees that you found in the other room. That will enable you to buy some more beans. And 1 more bean should do it. Good, let's be on our way. But while we're here, let's put it to the test. You don't have to do this, but just to show you how it works. Oh, I got 7 of them. That's okay. Take your bean. Take off Deku Link's mask first, because you have to be human to do this. Drop the bean into the hole, just like in Ocarina of Time. Only instead of waiting until you're older, we're going to take some of that swamp water into this jar. Fill it up. And dump it right over that sprout. It'll grow. Now jump on the pod here and ride it all the way up. What's going to wait for you on the other end? A treasure box. Let's see what's in the box. It's 20 rupees. That makes up for some of the rupees that we used to buy the beans. Let's get out of here now. And before you go, dashing off to the guards, put on your Deku mask. Now get caught. They'll throw you right where you need to be. Right here. Once again, talk to the Deku Scrubs. Okay, now we're going to make our way around the fire. The king looks like he has some sort of ritual going. Now remember that butler I told you about? That's him. His kid turned into a tree. Before we talk to the king, we say we step back a few paces. Z-target him. Grab your pictograph. Arm it. And snap a picture of him. It's very hard to keep in a steady... There we go. Get as much of his body in a frame as possible. Perfect. Keep that picture. Now, let's talk to the king over here. You're visiting. The monkey has insulted and captured his daughter. So, I'll show you where that monkey is. He is right over this way. See that? Now, they think that he But he didn't, he was only helping. Alright, now the monkey is saying, please help, please help. Was my brother alright? Yes, your brother is fine. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. I hit the wrong one again. Get past this rickety-rackety. Yes, I understand. Yes, I am smart. Get out of here. And I think I'll go ahead and leave it hanging right here. Tune in to part 2 of Getting to the Swamp Fortress. This is Sonic Blue Darkfold, and this has been Let's Play Majora's Mask.